Well, everyone, we have another week of Sabbath Equipping. And this week we're talking about receiving the superabundance of God. Most people, they live in this posture of destitution, that they don't have enough and they're always needing more. In America, where our basic needs, they seem to be provided for most of us rather easily. Um, and yet there's still this hankering, clamoring for more and more and more. You've got a house, you need a nicer car. You've got a nicer car, you need a boat. You have a boat, well, you need a lake house. And we just keep adding, and that's the goal. Continue to add. And so we miss things. We're in this position where we're always needing more, and so we miss what we've received. And the Sabbath is an opportunity to stop and to pause and to respond appropriately to the abundance that God has given you. And that appropriate response is gratitude. So this upcoming Sabbath, I encourage you to practice gratitude. And it can look like sharing with people around a table, as you eat a meal, all the things that you're grateful for. Or it can look like writing a letter. Maybe that would even become a part of your normal Sabbath day experience, but writing a letter to someone that you're grateful for. An actual letter using an actual pen and paper, I would encourage. And you don't ever have to send it. It can be people who have already passed away. Or maybe you do send it, and on Monday it gets put in the mail and they receive a gift the following Wednesday when they're in the midst of their crazy work week. And what's amazing about that posture of gratitude, when we actually stop, when we pause and have an appropriate response to the abundance that God has given us, it opens an opportunity for us to then give to others. We're meant to comfort others with the comfort that we ourselves have received from God. He who's been given much, there's much expected. I mean, this is the pattern that you see throughout Scripture. Even the pain that we've experienced is meant to be offered as a blessing to the world around us as we find healing ourselves in that pain. So look for opportunities to bless others, to have that posture of gratitude, to write a letter, to share what you're grateful for around a dinner table. And then look for those opportunities. Maybe share what you've read in a book, to someone else in hopes that it would encourage or stir their minds or hearts to be intellectually or emotionally enriched. Look for opportunities to bless people through your labor, even on the Sabbath. The point of the Sabbath is not to follow some set of rules, it's to understand the heart, understand the point of the Sabbath. And if we can live in this idea instead of the destitution that the world tells us that we live in, but instead we live with this understanding of the abundance of which God has given us, when we respond to God with gratitude, we respond to others with gratitude, all of a sudden our lives do become a blessing, like Abraham, that through Abraham, the nations would be blessed. And maybe on the Sabbath, by pausing and saying thank you rather than continuing to create the other 6 days of the week, but pausing to reflect on creation, to express that gratitude, we could have a similar opportunity to bless the nations around us as God working through us, as God's abundance pouring out of us becomes abundance for the world around us. So look for those opportunities, practice gratitude, look for an opportunity in a way to pass the blessing of that gratitude and the abundance of which God has given you and passing it on to others. So have a great Sabbath, everyone.